welcome back to the channel. I'm Stacy and you're watching Pop Culture Time Machine, where we hit rewind and relive the legendary, the cringy, and the unforgettable moments that happened this very week, way back when. All right, let's kick it off with Good Vibrations by the Beach Boys. It is one of the most complex and innovative recordings in pop history, led by Brian Wilson at the height of his creative powers on February 17, 1966. Instead of recording the song straight through, Wilson used a modular approach, recorded dozens of short musical sections. Sessions took place across multiple studios in Los Angeles. Sections were later assembled like a puzzle on tape. This was highly unusual in 1966 and more akin to experimental classical or avant-garde techniques than pop music. Before this, ambitious experimentation was usually reserved for albums. Good Vibrations proved that a 3.5 minute single could be sophisticated, abstract, and expensive. Pop music could be sonically adventurous and still top the charts. It reached number one in the US and UK, validating experimentation as commercially viable. Though not lyrically drug focused, the song captured the psychedelic mindset. Fragmented structure, dreamlike shifts in a texture, a focus on sensation and emotion rather than narrative. It helped usher pop music from early 1960s innocence into the psychedelic era of the late 60s. Good Vibrations shattered the idea that the Beach Boys were just a surf band. Brian Wilson emerged as a serious composer and visionary. It set the stage for Pet Sounds, the next album, and the ambitious though unfinished Smile project. Critics began discussing pop music with the same seriousness as jazz or classical composition. The song's title and feel embodied the era's belief in emotional awareness, cosmic connection, a more sensitive, introspective masculinity. It became a soundtrack to a moment when pop culture believed innovation could change how people felt and thought. In short, Good Vibrations wasn't just a hit. It was a creative breakthrough that transformed studio recording techniques, expanded the artistic ambitions of pop music, helped launch psychedelia into the mainstream, cemented Brian Wilson as one of pop's greatest innovators. Let's not forget those iconic movies like Cinderella, which was released on February 15, 1950, and was Disney's 12th animated feature film and came at a crucial moment for the studio. After World War II, Disney was struggling financially due to costly experimental films and limited international markets. So Cinderella was a make or break project. Disney's Cinderella shaped the cultural image of the princess as kind and gentle, patient and hopeful, rewarded for inner goodness. This version became the default fairy tale template, influencing later Disney heroines such as Aurora, Ariel, and Belle. Cinderella embodied the post war belief that hardship is temporary, dreams and goodness led to success. Anyone can be chosen for a better life. This resonated strongly with audiences rebuilding their lives after World War II and became a core myth in Western pop culture. The film popularized the idea that love is fated, happiness comes through romantic fulfillment. While later generations have critiqued this message, it deeply influenced romance films, children's storytelling, expectations around love, and happy endings. The success of Cinderella restored Disney's financial stability, led to the development of Disneyland, which opened in 1955, cemented Disney's reputation as the leader in family entertainment. Without Cinderella, modern Disney as we know it may not exist. The re-releases, home video, and merchandising, Cinderella became a childhood rite of passage, a shared cultural reference across generations. It helped define how pop culture speaks to children through fantasy, music, and emotional storytelling. The original release of Cinderella in 1950 saved Disney as a studio, defined the modern fairy tale princess, reinforced powerful cultural myths about dreams, love, and transformation. But it also became one of the most influential animated films in pop culture history. Here is your Did You Know of the Week. On February 18th, 1885, Mark Twain published Huck Finn, the sequel to The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. Twain deliberately released the book in Britain, first to secure copyright protection. When it appeared in the US, it immediately attracted attention and controversy. The novel used everyday spoken American English instead of formal literary language, focused on ordinary people rather than elites, established a distinctly American narrative voice. This influenced countless writers, from William Faulkner to J.D. Salinger. Huck and Jim's trip down the Mississippi River became a powerful symbol of escape from social constraints, moral self-discovery, resistant to unjust authority. This structure appears repeatedly in American pop culture, from road movies to coming-of-age stories. At the novel's heart is Huck's decision to help Jim escape slavery, even when he believes it is morally wrong by society's standards. This moment questioned institutional morality, emphasized personal conscience over law and tradition, became one of the most important ethical statements in American fiction. The book's language and portrayal of race have made it one of the most frequently challenged books in U.S. schools. Yet this ongoing debate has ensured continued cultural relevance, public discussion about how America remembers slavery and racism, recognition of literature as a space for difficult conversations. Huck Finn, the independent, skeptical American outsider. Jim, humanity and dignity in the face of dehumanization. These patterns appear across novels, films, television, and music, shaping how American identity is portrayed. And that's your nostalgic rewind. This week in pop culture history gave us everything. What's your favorite throwback moment? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss a ride in the pop culture time machine. Until next week, stay nostalgic, stay fabulous.